If you believe what you're doing is right, you would be like, yeah, we're involved in this. Absolutely. And that should be your selling point, but it's not. It's actually a turnaway point. Y'all got a lot of people talking about y'all now. Last time I revisit, we were on this site was approximately, I would say 3.5 months ago. So I began blown up because apparently Sweet Baby done act the fuck up. So I guess they need a spanking. What I just got aware of and put on is the fact that Sweet Baby is apparently outraged that people are starting to know who they are. I was actually talking about this shit, I would say, during a time to where it wasn't really popular to even talk about it. A lot of people didn't even know what the shit was, and that's why it blew up so much. I would say 3.5 months ago to 4 months ago. But even before then, these people knew about this company, but they wasn't talking about it like how they're talking about it today. Now it's like common knowledge now that Sweet Baby is a part of these companies. And I'm just going to keep it a buck with you too. And I said it's the last video. This isn't the only one. Sweet Baby is being made an example out of. And I'm 100% for that shit. Where did it start? I did a video on Sweet Baby about how their involvement, for the people who's not familiar with this company, Sweet Baby, is a inclusion-based company. They focus on attaching themselves to already established companies who have already established IPs, and they put in their narratives and their beliefs and their, their thought process on projects that they think needs to be fixed. That is their job. That's the sole purpose that this company exists. That's it. Once people started to realize that the boogeyman was real, they started to talk about it more. More people started to talk about it. It wasn't the big people. The big people just started talking about it, I would say, probably within the past 2 weeks or so. Now everybody knows about it. So what happens when everybody knows about an entity you're not supposed to know about? A lot of bullshit happens. Okay, so first things first, what the fuck happened? What happened was Sweet Baby is apparently, the people who's associated with Sweet Baby apparently is catching on that people are catching on to them. And what blows my mind is the fact that what gets me a little bit, perplexed about these people that come up with these companies that act like they're like the moral superiority, right? What gives me a little bit of, a sense of not having clarity on what your goal is the fact that they become more aggressive the more people know they exist. But if you are fighting for what you believe is right? These people literally believe what they're doing is right. That's why they're injecting themselves in these companies, right? So they believe they're making changes for the best. So if you're doing things that you are supposed to be doing, why are you upset that people know about you? Wouldn't you be doubling down to be like, okay, no, this is what I agree with. This is the right thing to do. When you be praising it on the mountaintop, but no, you're not doing that because you're bitches. Once people started to know and catch on a little bit more on what this company is, look what happened. You see that lock symbol right there? What do all pussies do when they get, addressed with something that doesn't fit their worldview? They shut down. They go back into the turtle shell. That's exactly what these people do. They're pussies. So they go hide and they turn off their comments. They do all this type of shit and they run. So that's the reason why I do not show respect to these companies. I don't really care about being nice to them. I've seen a lot of people who make videos on this talking and tiptoeing on like, yeah, well, we don't want to, harass them and shit. No, fuck that. Guys, I'm not a nice person. To be nice means you have to try to be nice. If you act disrespectful, you do not deserve respect. So this is my premise when I'm talking about these people. I do not respect these people at all. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you the two people who's behind here right now.
Here, we just worked with a lot of different people in a lot of different capacities. We do everything from kind of script writing to narrative direction to sensitivity and representational and inclusive reading. We do kind of story punch-ups, script doctoring, whatever touches story, we'll do it. And we've done it for a lot of different people in a lot of different ways. But
these two fuckheads are the CEOs of these companies. Like I said before, people are starting to catch on to your bullshit now. So what happens is, once people, and we already knew this was going to happen, once you start fucking with gamers and once you start showing disrespect and you start to dip and dabble your feet into shit that you do not belong in and that you're not a fan with to begin with, people are going to start fighting back and they're going to start creating groups. So guess what we did? And guess what certain gamers did, a part of, Steam and stuff like that too. They're a PC community. So what happened is people actually decided to make groups to detect your ass from involvement inside of games, projects, and everything. And they're going to do a hard stop on participating in supporting groups that are created by Sweet Baby. At the moment when I checked it, it was at 9,000. It's at 12 fucking thousand right now. 12 fucking thousand members. That's how many people are catching on. And you know why it's catching on this much now? Asmongold did a video on Sweet Baby, finally. That's the first time I ever seen him talk about it too, which I'm kind of surprised at. But the thing is, when he did it, it was at around 5,000. Now it's at 12,000. Asmongold, as you know, has over probably 17,000 people in his live streams to begin with. So I already know most of those people who was actually looking at this shit, they probably was wanting him to talk about this for a long time, and he just didn't do it. So they all flooded over here and boosted this shit up. Now these people are, this is Sweet Baby's worst enemy. Because now every single project that they work on is going to slowly start to not make money. And guess what's going to happen? Once companies start to realize that people are starting to choose not to pay for your product because they know you're involved, now what's going to happen? You're going to be out of a job. And it's going to send a message to a lot of companies that are just like them. And just like what I said before, Sweet Baby ain't the only one. There's plenty of these companies behind the scenes that's doing this shit. Sweet Baby is just going to turn into a martyr. We're going to turn that bitch into a motherfucking martyr now. And we're going to make an example out of him. So this company right here is literally, this is death to Sweet Baby. Once more people start to realize that this shit exists, I'm telling you right now, they actually got a list. And I actually like this site right now because they get very in-depth on what Sweet Baby is actually touching and what's involved in their stuff. And this is even back in the day. I didn't realize. Now that makes sense. Gears of War 5, I already knew they had. Boy, when I started to figure out more and more about Sweet Baby, I knew for a fact that Gears 5 was touched because of what happened in that game. It basically killed the franchise. Horizon, of course, we know that. Outriders, yep. So all these games were basically tracked and labeled as Sweet Baby involvement. So you stay away from that shit. That's basically what this group is. Let me show y'all this right quick. This is how genius this group is. I should have came up with this shit, to tell you the truth. This shit is fucking genius though. And I was keeping track on the Sweet Baby website, but they actually stopped posting and updating their site on what they were actually involved with anyway, which shows you how slimy these people are. They know what they're doing is wrong. It's not even a question anymore. It's not like they're like, oh damn, you're fucking up our shit, or you're, you know what I'm saying, like you're basically harassing us. All we're doing is letting people know they're involved in what they do, and they have an issue with that. Why do they got an issue with that? Because they know what they're doing is wrong. If you believe what you're doing is right, you would be like, yeah, we're involved in this. Absolutely. And that should be your selling point, but it's not. It's actually a turnaway point. Look at all these fucking games that they got involved in this shit. Horizon, Ratchet and Clank. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I just look woke. Gears Tactics. How can you woke up Gears Tactics? Indiana Jones, the new game that just got announced, is actually touched with this too, and they got not recommended. All these games are not fucking recommended because Mortal Kombat, no wonder why. Every single one of these games are fucking touched by Sweet Baby. I wonder fucking why. Since this existed, right? What's the downside to this? What's the backlash for it? I'll show you. This person named Chris Kindred is a person who is a narrative designer by Sweet Baby. But she's a I think it's a she. Is it a he? They got pronouns on that shit? I'm surprised they don't got pronouns on it fucking, that's the first. Chris Kindred is a narrative designer at Sweet Baby Inc., right? This person caught wind of what was going on about this curator group, right? So guess what happened? This idiot decided to post this right here. He figured out what they was, and he says, anyway, but the thing is, this person, I'm just going to say this person said, anyway, report the fuck out of this group. On Twitter, in front of all these people, which means that you're harassing people. So what this person said before, and I'm going to show you that message what led to this, because I think they deleted that message. Watch this. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do is make this as big as possible because these are small ass letters. I couldn't find this this post anywhere because I think they deleted it because they knew it just sounded ridiculous. Chris Kendrick posted, the Steam Curator harassment group. Notice they used the term harassment. Sweet Baby Inc. detected is led by this person, and they doxed the person. They put the person's handlebar and everything so you can click on that page and go directly to them. Here's them trying to be slick so they don't get reported. Even with the discriminatory language filed off, they use the term discriminatory language. Pay attention to what they're using. Discriminatory language filed off. The group itself still fails to code of conduct. So they're accusing this group, right? The group that we just looked at. So they say that this whole group is discriminatory and it's a harassment group, right? Let's prove that wrong because they're using two words basically as a red flag for the system to basically track them so people can actually harass them, mass report them so they can get their shit deleted, right? That's evil in itself. So what they tried to do about this company, they tried to accuse them of those 2 points. So let's prove that wrong. Number one, on their about page, it just says a tracker for games involved with Sweet Baby Inc., which means that their sole purpose is just to let you know that Sweet Baby is involved. Where's the harassment at? Oh, the harassment is just letting people know that you exist. They say discriminatory, right? They don't have not a damn thing on their page, even remotely talking about discriminatory anything when it comes to this group whatsoever. They're not even saying anything about it. It's literally just a fucking tracker. It's literally just a tracker of what they're doing, who's involved, and whether they recommend it or not. Like any journalist group will be able to do. Just like a review. If you recommend the product, you say, no, I don't recommend that such and such is involved. You have freedom of speech. How is that harassment? Harassment is basically going to your page and constantly bombarding you like you did, like you try to send your people to try to mass report them unjustly. Which means you should be deleted, not them. But guess what though? People are not stupid because they caught on to this shit too. Let me show you what these people are saying underneath this fucking thread. This is under his own fucking thread, right? Like you would believe that he has his soldiers, his hitters or something like that, right? I keep on forgetting. I don't know who this person is. Whether it's a she, he, whatever the fuck. I don't know. And I'm not saying that to be some type of way. I really don't give a fuck, but I'm not saying it to be that type of way anyway. I just don't know how to address this person. So the thing is, this person got 18K followers. That's pretty sizable amount, right? So you would think that out of 18K followers, you would have some cronies that's underneath you that be championing your stuff, right? That's just on board with you. Nope. Even the people underneath their own thread are even like, let me let you read this shit right quick. Reported for harassment. They're talking about them. The person who initiated the mass reporting. Thanks for the recommendation. This group is perfect for me. So they're joining the group. Not one ally in the fucking comment section whatsoever. All these people are basically going against them. What is that telling you? If you don't have an ally at all, how the fuck can you exist? And why are these companies partnering with these companies that nobody likes? Why is that? On Yelp, they got a 1 fucking star. This company is not recommended. Matter of fact, it is basically, people are basically treating this company like if you be a part of this company, we're not going to support it whatsoever. They're basically treating it like a disease. And yet companies are still connecting themselves with this shit. Why is that? I think we all know why. So my point is this. This dude Grummies has been fucking doing the Lord's work over there too. He's been actually going ham with covering this whole story because I think this is the only reason why people know about most of this shit is because of this person right here. So he give him some credit. Because the thing is, like, he set this whole thread up to where like people did not know about this shit whatsoever. I know I didn't until somebody actually told me that they were actually acting up again, and then I had to follow up on it. But Sweet Baby in general is just shooting themselves in the foot. They don't fucking realize that people are catching on, and I'm glad people are starting to catch on more and more now. With all this shit that's going to happen, we know they're going to keep being a part of games and projects like these on a daily basis. Like, I'm just going to be real with you. We can make videos all we want, but it's up to you guys. We're showing you what's going on. And whether you want to keep on having this industry going this way, it's up to you. We're showing you what they're a part of, and I'm going to keep posting on my YouTube what they're a part of. And if you choose to buy into what they do, that's on you. The industry will never change. And then you got this curator group who basically lets you know all these products that they worked on. So I already know what I'm going to do. What are you going to do? It's as simple as that. That's my point with this. I just want to bring light to this to let you guys know that these people are still at it. Sweet Baby is they trying to grow up, but they're they trying to branch out as much as possible. But the thing is, you can't branch out if you're scared to preach your message. So that's why I'm not really worried about Sweet Baby. I'm worried about the conglomerate of that's actually caused to create a Sweet Baby. Sweet Baby is not the main entity. Matter of fact, they're a symptom. There's plenty of Sweet Babies out there, but since we got a name and a face to this one, I suggest we focus on this one right now. Because if other ones catch on and they see that this one is catching a lot of scrutiny, guess what? The other ones are going to be more timid to do what they want to do more boldly too. Because as soon as we see this shit, as soon as we catch a whiff, it's done. Just like how we did with Tifa when it came to Final Fantasy with that patch and shit. I made a video a couple days ago too about Tifa. We already know what happened then too. I kind of ate my own words. But the thing is though, I don't think that they're too involved in Final Fantasy, so I'm still probably going to play it. If I find out any more news, I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this shit. Because now that everybody's talking about it, we got more of a pool. And now that more powerful people are talking about it, we definitely got more of a pool now. Everybody know who they are now. I guess they got their wish. just not in the way that they wanted it. That's all I got for you guys for today. Peace out.